Alrighty, folks, welcome to another comp match. DPS versus #1 Comrade Collective. Give me just a second here. Let me hide the map. Actually, we'll leave the map up. Close this match info here. I'll leave this up while we get things figured out on the teams, and let me unmute myself. All right, I am joined here with Level tonight. Hey, Level.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
All right, so he's gonna be
getting the lobby set up.
Yeah, he's gonna be controlling the lobby. So, so if any bugs happen, it won't be me this time.
That's not fair.
Well, I had good bugs last match. The last cast, and holy crap!
Just a little bit.
Ending, I had to close my client, go back in, and then they actually had to recreate it and invite me in. So yeah. All right.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
Lobbies can get a little buggy sometimes. The
A
biggest
little
thing is don't mess with the tonnage rules. You can
Yeah.
lock people out of changing their mix.
Yeah, that's where things got a little squirrely, but no, it's all figured out. We're good. But again, welcome back, guys, for should be another wonderful match. So we've got the #1 Comrade Collective, Schwartz Wolf, Orphanator, Salty Biscuit. I'm probably gonna pronounce a couple of these names wrong. Sanair, I think. Fort Spoonwrecker, Invictus, Kawaii Chimera, Psychomatic, Butterboy, Flame Horror, who are all parts of that team. Of course, DPS with The Juice is Loose, Dire Wolf Sang, Hydro Kyle 240, Cybot Karansky, Ivor, Good Pants, Natrid, Sisso 88, and Thy Potato Pope.
No, not the potato poke. No, they forgot to take that off.
Oh wait, that's part of, wait a minute. I was gonna say that that's your name. Hey, okay, so there is no player named Thy Potato Pope.
No. I'm the potato poke. Get it right.
Well, what's funny is I actually made they messed up on Lady's name on the other team,
Yeah.
and
There's been a few bad entries.
yeah, well, they fixed it and then oopsed and didn't put the E in there when I tagged them on that one, but they'll get to fix it when they get a chance. So if you go to the ISC website and see the roster, that's where all that's at. Good. All right, so we are getting everyone is getting the teams put together.
Yep. Team 1's currently on their timer to pick their mechs. This is drop 1 for week 1. We have Canyon Network for the first drop. Tonnage limit 200 to 250. No lock-on weapons allowed. So no streaking. Yeah, no streaking across the campus.
No, none of that. No lock-ons. SRMs are allowed, of course.
Oh.
I know that question got brought up at one point. Yeah, non-lock-on. And of course, wait, you can dummy fire the no. No, nothing that can cause a lock-on, unfortunately. It's okay because that works pretty good in other maps. And I vaguely remember a couple people getting hit with an epic ton of worms in a match last year.
Yeah, I think he's still salty about it too because we were feeling confident. Next thing we know, we had no cover and like 200 or 300 missiles in the sky every 2.5 seconds. It just we couldn't. That was a bad day.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting match. I mean, we had fun with that one for what it was worth.
The memes that came out of it were worth it.
Oh, the video is great, and every time I play it, I get my stream gets muted, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Dick is ready to up. All right, D1CC. I think it's how you're supposed to say it. All right, they're locked. Team 2 on 5-minute timer.
Yep, starting timer. And I'm gonna remember to stop my timer this time because last time, yeah. And
Team 2's we got green board on Team 2, just waiting for them to stay locked, and then we can launch into this match. And there we go. You ready, Star?
Oh, I'm totally ready.
All right. Let's see some hot mech on mech action.
Yes.
It's only it's 6 pilots, only 250 tons. So, you know.
Well, 200 to 250. I mean, we know that it does. You can run a little light as long as you work together and everything goes well.
That's true. I expect from both these teams, especially being Div B, and how thanks to Cauldron passes, the so like small pulse lasers are in a really good spot. I expect a lot of small pulse and medium pulse from both these teams. It seems to be the going quote unquote meta for this season.
Right.
So let's see how this plays out. I'm looking over here at D1CC.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the team info up. It's not showing this.
We got Schwartz and Phoenix Hawk, Invictus, Jaeger-Mech, Salty Biscuit Assassin, Orphanator Assassin, Commando, and a Firestarter.
There we go.
DPS, Phoenix Hawk, Firestarter, Jenner, Phoenix Hawk. Oh, sneaky little Jenner. We were just talking about the S.
Yeah, there we were. All right,
DPS going straight across center by Theta. They are being hyper aggressive.
They are on Theta.
Yeah, D1CC holding back on the near FCs on that 5 line.
Fort
kind of DPS knows they're over there, and they are balled up, and they are ready just to push hard.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it.
They have the high ground. Yeah, here. It looks like the Firestarter Fork, and the Firestarter seems to be the focus target. He has 6 mechs on him, and he is just running for his life. He's been lagged. Is he going to go down? He's still up and just getting all his shots off. Yeah, he's finally down. And I seem to have disconnected from the live.
Oh no!
Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Just a huge lag spike.
Orphanator just took out Juice. Tisso taking out Schwartz.
Down. Invictus and that Jaeger-Mech just super fresh, just pounding every mech that comes in his line of sight. It looks like Good Pants is about to go down. He gets both his legs swept out. They finally get the Jaeger-Mech down, and this is just a brutal knife fight. They're just dancing around each other. Orphanator's been laid. He's about to go down. Siso goes down first, though. 3-3. Orphanator is about to go down, though. If they don't drop Orphanator soon, they can turn this around and take them out. Okay, Orphanator goes down. It's now 3-2. Salty Biscuit, I think he's been legged now. Yes, he's definitely been legged. He's getting bullied by the Jinner. The Jinner does take him out. It's all on the Commando. I think this is pretty much over. I don't think he's going to be able to pull this through, but he might be able to at least get the Jinner off the field. But yeah, that was pretty good focus fire from both teams at first. DPS, I think the initial high ground helped because they could see everywhere the other team was, and then pick which was the most available target that they all could shoot at, which allowed them to get the early pick off.
And Psycho Meta made him work for it at the end. He was poking everywhere.
Yes, he did.
All right.
Those Commandos super tanky.
Oh, very. All right, so here we go. Here's what we got for the damage. Hydro Kyle coming up with 372, Good Pants 85, Direwolf Sang 436, Ivor 251, Sisso 88, 182, Juices Loose 85 from D1CC. Psychomatic with 160, with 69, Orphanator 357, Salty Biscuit 328, Invictus 188, and Schwartz Wolf 107.
Actually, pretty good damage numbers from both sides.
Very.
Got a couple double Ds from DPS and only one from D1CC. All right, next map is Polar Highland. Both teams will remain in their seats. The team swap happens after the first Polar map.
Correct. All right, so while we got this going, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the match info here. There you can see DPS 1. D1CC is waiting to get the next win. But we saw what this happened the last cast, where the first match just turned into just this big old brawl right in the middle, and then tables turned after that, and it was impressive. The first match seemed to be like, hey, let's see what these guys do. Let's see how they handle this.
Right. While we wait on these teams to ready up, this is Polar Highlands, not the old Polar, the new Polar Highlands. So this should be interesting with only a 6v6 format. With as big as this map is, it's gonna be hard to get, full map control or map coverage. So it'll come down to where teams end up deciding to pick their fight and make their stand, or people might rush. Who knows?
Yeah,
I think earlier we saw. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying earlier the battle at Theta happened initially, but then the next one it was a ways from not right at Theta. It was a little ways away from that, and again it turned into an impressive armor sharing match.
Yeah. When you're doing a rush like that, especially against long range max, good pilots are going to try to focus those legs. Otherwise, they're just going to try to still focus mechs down. And if you're not trading armor and rotating in and out and keeping your, for analogy, your spear tip going where you need it to go, it requires a little bit of discipline. It requires a lot of trust between teammates. Because no one likes to be the guy at the very front who's taking all the damage. Sure. And it's all about timing when to pull back and let the guys behind you know.
And a lot of that, I know, because I know you guys practice quite a bit. I mean, obviously, my lady over here, I know does all the practice you guys do. I mean, that's what a lot of teams they need. I know last year we had that, where we were always like, okay, we got to practice. But I know that comes in some people having time constraints of not being able to, depending on life. But still, it becomes again, like you said, trusting one another, working with each other, being able to know what your teammates are doing, even though you can't see them immediately, and we're just working well together.
Both teams are locked and ready to go.
They are.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. While they were doing that, I was doing a little advertising, spreading the love on Discord.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, I did tweet out earlier that I was doing this match again. I didn't get a chance to tweet the first one. So everything going on.
This is at this current time zone. I believe there's multiple teams having their match at the same time.
That is correct.
So by the end of tonight, we're gonna know where most of the teams in their division sit. Because I think there's only a couple games on Sunday. Yeah, I think they're all happening tonight, and then only a couple.
Nice. All right, let's see if I can get all my information up. Nope, not all of it.
All right, drop ships just floating in the air.
Yep.
Just waiting on. There we go.
There's one. Right. There we go.
What do we got here? DA Comrade Collective. We got Fork in the Firestarter Schwartz. Battlemaster, that's definitely laser vomit. An Archer 2R, not sure what that is. Javelin 11F, that's a machine gun boy. 2 Warhammer 6Rs. I bet my last dollar in my pocket that both those are 2 light Gauss rifles, 2 ER PPC. What do we have over on DPS?
DPS, let's see, we got a Grasshopper 5H, Stalker 4N, and Grasshopper 5HS. Let's see, Black Lantern 1G, the Fleece 17S, and a Locust 1E.
Ooh. All right, all right. It looks like both these teams are going to duke it out at like 2,000 meters. Expect all the missed shots.
Those light Gauss, I've seen a lot of those builds happening even in Soup Queue recently. But we're gonna rush in up here and got 2 DPS getting all the way up to Theta already. Comrade Collective still quite a ways back. All right, Ivor and Sisso getting on Theta immediately.
All right, my game crashed out, so there definitely was something. I'm coming back in the lobbies.
All righty. All right, Ivor and Sisso have now left Theta. They sliver capped it. Salty Biscuit and Fork coming up closer. Salty going in to take care of that sliver cap. Oh, Fork saying, hey, there's a strike here. All right, getting a strike, doing a little bit of damage on Fork. Dropped 20%. He's down at 80 already.
Oh.
Fork and Salty back into Theta. They've taken it.
20%. Oof. Did he get hit multiple times by the strike?
Yeah.
Oh. Rip.
And at this point, DPS has backed quite a ways away. They're taking a unique path around over to Gamma. Ivor insists of just capping Gamma now, while the rest of the team is moving up right near behind him. Comrade Collective on the other side between Theta and Kappa at this point. Well, not a lot of contact between the two teams at this right now, except for Fork, who's definitely got some paint and chunks missing. Lots of range between everybody.
Oh, you evil goof.
Comrade
You say the sweetest things to me.
Comrade Collective really spread out. Let's see, DPS kind of holding the ground between Gamma and Theta. The Ivor and Sisso have taken a little bit of paint off. Ivor going in back in, saying he wants Theta. Sisso moving into assist, getting some laser fire. All the way back here with Schwarzwolf.
With this being a 3-cap, Theta is going to be super important for both these teams. Whoever could take and hold Theta can force the other team to come out of their positions because they'll have no other choice.
Sisso just took a strike. Not much though.
Yeah, it looks like he got grazed by a strike. It looks like he's still pretty fresh.
95%, yeah. Nowhere near as bad as whatever. Yeah, the one that hit Fork.
Yeah. It looks like the giant tower. That's where DPS is parked their traders. With the stalker off to the side. Siso looks like he's going for some sort of sneaky Russian stuff. I see Ivor's just darting straight across. If he's not careful, he might accidentally get seen by that javelin and fire starter, and they could really hurt him. All right, so it looks like D1CC has basically moved all their traders except for their Battlemaster up towards Theta. The Battlemaster's still holding way back. It looks like they know that they need this cap, and they're going to try to apply as much pressure as they can to take it. Because otherwise, DPS is just going to run the clock down and take in the cap point.
Ivor's still trying to poke around over there. Sisso's not too far behind him. And of course, you do still have Direwolf and Cybot doing trading long range lasers.
Looks like Direwolf's actually starting to get pretty hurt. CT is orange, and he's cooked himself a bit. Either that or he ate a couple strikes.
There were a couple strikes.
They've
been trading some strikes between the two long range. All right, let's see. Yeah, looks like Comrade Collective's all just kind of they're closer to Theta, sticking together.
They're kind of stuck. They know they can't peek out one at a time, or they're going to get hit by 3 mechs.
Yeah.
It looks like they are starting to reposition. They're going to try to go for a flank. I'm not sure if they have enough time because the longer this goes on, they just run up caps. I am surprised though that DPS has not taken the gamma cap. Or sorry, they do have the gamma.
Yeah, they have gamma.
My screen shows that they don't for some reason.
Oh, weird. Yeah, no, they have gamma.
Yeah.
Comrade Collector's got Kappa and Theta.
Yeah, Comrade Collector has Theta and Kappa, so now it's up to DPS to push them back off the cap. And Comrade Collective is definitely holding here, and they're not going to give it up without the final fight. 8 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Both teams around 225, so it's going to be a little bit before we get some serious action. Both teams are just trying to outmaneuver each other right now.
Psycho down to 65%. Got a strike near him. Not going to hit him. No, they did. No, piece of it. Dropped down. He's at 62.
Yeah. Psycho. Let's see what his specs look like. Oh, he's Cord CT. He is 1 alpha away from being off the field. He has extra care. Which is kind of hard because where he's at, if he goes If he goes left, he's going to get shot by that stalker. If he goes right, he's going to get shot by whatever's on top of the mountain. But wait, they're coming off the mountain. The other team does have Theta. They're going to have to do that eventually. Looks like they're going right. And then Juice and the Lights are stacking the left side. They might be trying to go in for a pinch with part of the team taking each side and forcing the enemy into like a kill zone kind of thing. But we'll see how this plays out.
I think Ivor's trying to find a way to sneak in. See if he's going to pull it off. He's throwing in. Ivor's sitting on Theta. Gonna get rid of that sliver cap and put it back on them. Salty is pushing in to say, nope, not yours. They cleared it. They did not take it.
Yeah. I'm getting hazed by chat.
Yeah,
it's common in this community. Everyone picks on 4 level.
Yeah, well, you know. They're just jealous.
They absolutely are.
All right, Sisar and Ivor tag teaming, maybe getting into Theta. Ivor's moved it over.
CT. He's CT, but his structure is relatively fresh. But I think he just took a shot from that Warhammer. He has to be careful from that. Orphanator's Warhammer. He's also... There's a lot of Cord CT mechs on the field. On both teams.
Oh.
This is interesting.
All right, we got a battle at Theta. Ivor... Orphanator, Salty, Fork,
Hey, they went for the kill. Got it. Oh, double kill. Juice took out the second Warhammer. They are... Ivor and Siso are fleeing for their lives. Ivor is really messed up, and I'm going to take a look at his mechs. He's Cord CT, but his legs are fine, so as long as he twists, he should be able to keep that flea alive for quite a bit longer. The Javelin and Firestarter are in full retreat. Siso and Ivor are pushing. I'm not entirely certain that's a great idea. The Cybot just jumped on the Firestarter and he turned his back to him. I'm not sure what's going on with there. But Siso and Ivor are pushing. Oh no, Siso is pushed all the way in the middle of the enemy team
Siso might not be doing good here. That might be a bad choice.
No, Siso's going to get taken out. Ivor's coming to try to help give him some cover. They're both just bullying mechs, but their team still needs time to catch up.
Ivor, they got away.
They pulled back. Cybot's now in the fight.
Oh, Salty's legged.
Push forward.
Javelin's legged.
Okay, Javelin is legged. All right. The Firestarter is Firestarter's diving Cybot, and it looks like he's going to get this kill. Cybot full W keyed a little too hard right into the enemy team. Ivor trying to save him. I don't think it's going to happen. And there he goes. Schwartz with the kill. Salty Biscuit just firing his machine guns at max range. Actually, I think a little outside max range. Just trying to get as much damage out as possible before he dies. DPS did take Theta back, so now they're back in the cap lead. Direwolf getting bullied by the Firestarter. He's backing off, but I think he's going to die. Siso and Ivor, there's a Learn mech on the
Schwartz
field.
Just got Dire.
Invictus and
Ivor's been legged. Ivor goes down.
I didn't even know there was a Learn mech on the field.
I just saw the missiles.
Yeah. I think Siso's leg. Yeah, he goes down.
Siso's down. So we got Juice holding it 63%. Good Pants 80. Salty is just trying to
Good Pants is
poke
still
everything he can.
Fresh. Juice needs to keep his guns alive, and if Good Pants can at least kill this. I don't know if he can get in the min range of the learns of the archer, but if he can, the archer's Cord CT just needs.
Good Pants gets Invictus.
Dude, both lights on D1CC are still up. Oh no, that light is coming in for the Good Pants on the back.
Yep.
Good Pants has no idea.
Doesn't see him. Does not see him.
Fork is about to clutch this match. Good Pants is getting. Oh, this is close. Can Good Pants survive this? He got the leg. He got the leg, but can he live?
CT's not looking good. No.
Oh,
CT
no.
goes away.
Firestarter is one touch in that right leg. Now it's all up to Juice. The Juice is loose. is the last mech on the field with speed. He's one-touch CT. But the thing is, his weapons outrange the other two. He just needs to keep them at like 400 meters where their weapons are completely ineffective. And they will win this. He just has to distract them for a couple more minutes. And DPS might win this for the skin of their teeth. For 2 minutes left to go. DPS with the caps.
Juice takes out Salty.
Fork, can you clutch this? I don't think Fork can. I think he's leg 2, isn't he?
Yeah, Fork is legged.
Yeah. Fork needs a miracle. He needs to be able to catch Juice off guard. I think he's only small pulse lasers and machine guns. Yes. So
Yeah.
he has like 120 meter range. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 EO large.
If he can ambush Juice and waddle to that cap, he might be able to win this. But he only has a few seconds to make this work in his favor, and still have time to go take Theta back and then waddle off the Gamma.
Oh, Juice's turn. Juice.
Oh no!
Don't put your back to him.
Oh, Juice! Is Juice going to die? I think Juice is about to go down. He shot torsos. Boone's torsos, I believe, are still open. It's his legs that are on the verge of death.
Yeah, he's got. If there's almost nothing left on Fork that's
there we
available.
Go. Hey, that's it. GG's. DPS wins Polar 1. I will say though, I was certain there that Dick was going to win that drop.
Yeah, that was a good turnaround. Good clutch.
Yeah, they received DPS's push very well, but DPS, well, it started with the lights getting too aggressive. Those lights jumped right in the middle of 4 mechs, and almost died right away. They got out alive and stayed alive just a little bit longer. But yeah, it was a bit of a staggered push by DPS's part, and it almost cost them the match. But like I said, Dick with the they held their ground and they held it well. So
yeah,
GG's both teams.
All right, so here's your damage output from DPS. Juice is loose, 753. Good Pants 457. Direwolf Sang 410. Cybot 195. Sisso 240. Ivor 129. From the D1CC side, Fork 721. Salty Biscuit 84. Oh, you saw the rest of them. Good, a very, very impressive amount of damage output on that.
Checking stream. Yeah, everyone's a wise guy. All right.
Go.
Be nice. Yes, I'm from the Midwest. I obviously sound like it. It's so rude. All right, team 1. I'm starting the timer.
Okay.
I swapped the teams, right? Yes.
Yes,
okay.
you did.
Well, I don't know about you, but like I'm known for having very potato casts.
That's it. Jay, come on. You saw everything happen earlier with me.
I did a whole match muted once. I did a whole match where there was no picture. It was a radio cast.
I remember that. I remember that.
Everyone remembers that. I'll never live it down as long as I play this game. If it's the one thing everyone knows before, that guy who did the radio cast and the guy who did an entire 1.5 hour cast muted.
Jeez.
I will say that Lerm, the Lerm archer did catch me completely off guard. I had no idea that was on the field.
So we saw a bunch of range on the last one. So it makes you wonder what they're going to bring in on the second drop.
Well, these teams, I would say both these teams might try a range deck again. The reason why is because If you're going to practice range on polar, you probably are going to just practice range on polar for both sides of the right. So I would expect, unless one of these teams is very cheeky and has a brawl rush plan, I'd expect to see long range again from both of them. Looks like Team 1 DPS is almost locked.
Just about. Juice is making some final last decisions.
Yeah. I had to give my 12 my team over. The other team that we have, team leader, we ran into some medical problems, so I had to take over. It was more important to me to keep all those people playing together because they were enjoying playing together, and that's like 75% of what comp's about. The other 25% is bragging rights, right?
Oh yeah.
But 75%, you gotta have fun playing together. You have to like being hyper competitive. If you like those two things, you'll like MWO Comp. You got big stompy robots, trash talk, bro hugs. Got everything here.
That's what helped a lot when we first, because of course we did comp last year with Kong, and Kong led us on that one. We did, of course, do one of the comps prior with Worlds, and yeah, a lot of it came down to we had a team that everyone really enjoyed working, playing with each other, and we worked well. And I think it was one match where Lady got 4 kills because she was like, "All right, I'm going. Let's go. Let's do it." But if you have a team that does not work well together, it doesn't matter what you do because you're never gonna. You lose that teamwork as soon as you're not able to, and
yeah. Team 2's down 5 minutes.
All right.
Looks like, well, I was gonna say it on polar because they changed the spawn locations. Doesn't matter which spawn you're in.
Right.
They're all right there. There's like just a 200-meter difference between them, so you're not going to shave any seconds off really changing your spawns. I don't think.
No, you won't.
But it looks like D1CC's decided to stack Trump. If I pull up the map, let's see the. Charlie's the southernmost spawn.
Yep.
For Team 2, so they could be trying to do another Theta Kappa.
Theta Kappa.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
As close as that last one is, this one, this could go either way. I think D1CC. I think if D1CC gives up the cap again and force DPS to push again, unless DPS learned a lesson, they're going to be a lot more ready to see that. And it could be a game ender. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe D1CC they take the 2 caps, or sorry, DPS takes the 2 caps and forces D1CC to push. Either way, so far these teams have been trading slugs quite evenly, so I'm super excited to see how this ends. We are 2 drops down. DPS won the first 2 drops, right?
Yes.
So we still got 3, 4, and 5 to go. So it's 2-0 so far. But D1CC, I've seen bigger turnarounds before, so I totally can see D1CC turning this around and dunking. But
true,
we'll have to find out. Fork in that was VIP in that last match. Sure. I would have gave up my DPS chags, joined D1CC if Fork pulled off that juice kill. That would have been some
it would have been epic.
Pro moves. Yeah.
All right, we're green across the board. Waiting for Team 2 to call lock.
They did. All right, punching it.
All right. Getting the scores off the screen. All right, there we go.
Someone in chat says level learns. I have okay. Hey, you know what? No, I have a Lerm Trebuchet, and a Lerm Bloodass, a Lerm Awesome, and that's it. All right. Now ask me how many ATM mechs I own, and it's just the ATM Vapor Eagle. The I am not the big lerver you all say I am.
Well, I will.
I mainly play Andes and other assaults.
I'm okay with Lerms. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Lady likes to troll the team with them in practice.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
All right, on DPS, we got Battlemaster, Thanatos, Grasshopper, Locust, Fleet, and a Stalker. They're going for a long range again. What you got over there?
All right, let's see. Javelin 11F. Let's see. TDR. It's not Trebuchet. It's oh my God, brain fart.
Thunderbolt.
Thank you. Archer. Archer 2R, Warhammer 9D.
It's the
Let's
okay.
see.
So it's the exact same.
Black Lantern 1G and a Firestarter 9A. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same deck. They swapped the Warhammer for Thunderbolt. I'm gonna see if it has the same build on it. They were running PPC Warhammers, weren't they? Or were they running the Gauss PPC one? This thing is 6 medium lasers, 3 ER large lasers. With only 3 ER large lasers at extreme range, he's probably gonna have to get into that mid range for those ER medium lasers that actually have an effect. With that said, it looks like their commando or their last
Locust, Flea, Javelin are already all at Theta.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a strike down already. Yeah, all the lights are already up here. Orc, Salty, Sisso, and Ivor battling it out at Theta. Strike's going down again.
I will say Salty and Fork have a lot more tonnage, so they can, if it came down to an actual fight, they could definitely win that fight. But it looks like DPS, they realized they cannot fight that, and they bailed.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
Yeah,
Fork and Salty got it.
Taking the cap. Oh wait! DPS is going for a Kappa Theta strat too.
Yep.
This is interesting. Both teams are going for the exact same caps, so these trades are going to be way out here in the middle of nowhere.
All right, let's catch everything over here.
Command confirming that we have possession of Kappa.
They got Kappa.
And they got strikes going out. Yeah, both light mechs for DPS took Kappa. Looks like they can't take it any further, so they're going to peel off. But oh, this is interesting. D1CC is sending all their bigs to Kappa.
Trying to overtake it.
D1CC, they definitely have a bit of a ball going on. This is interesting.
They're abandoning Theta.
Both teams have abandoned Theta.
Yeah.
I guess both teams have decided they're going to make their stand over Cap and fight it out here. With that said, Comrade Collective is about to take this cap. Unless DPS can scratch this Firestarter, it doesn't look like they are able to. Firestarter is definitely using that the cap point as cover and doing it well.
Oh, just after strike. Yep, they just threw a strike on there. Fork bailed.
Now they can't have Epsilon, but DPS has taken the Epsilon Hill as their private little fortress here, and Firestarter tried to go for the cap again. I think he got scratched off of it, and I don't know if he's going to go for it again or if he's just going to give up. I think they're giving up. They are shifting right or left, depending on perspective. But shifting back towards Theta, it looks like Comrade Collective is.
A little bit. They're just south of it right now, holding up.
Yeah, they're really grouped up. I'm a little worried that if DPS has enough strikes, they could really bully these guys in the current position. But one thing I will say, D1CC, I can see all three of them focused on the same guy at the same time. It looks like it's Juice that they are just tearing apart.
57% already.
3v1 trading is not working in his favor. The 5-ER large lasers, he is core CT and in the side torso. He has one alpha strike to the gut from being off the field. So he has to play super safe now. Good Pants and Battlemaster, just the strikes on them, I don't know if it's going to hit. They hit the Stalker for 5% damage. D1CC, they have long range, but they are slowly creeping forward. This is the slowest aggressive push I've ever seen. But they're trying to get that Thunderbolt. Once that Thunderbolt can get its medium lasers on field, you'll be able to be twice as effective. He's not cored out, but his armor is red in the side torso and CT. The Warhammer, same deal. Warhammer actually just got cored out, both the side torso and the CT. He could be an easy pick if DPS realize that. But at these ranges, you never know if they have they can get the paper doll or not. Archer is now in range. Okay, that's what they did. They got in range so the Archer can start learning. The Archer is bullying them. Oh, it looks like Ivor and Saiso are on top. Oh no, I don't think they know that light mech. Oh, Fork with the backstab on Saiso doesn't finish him off. Yeah, okay, so they're running, but I think is Fork going to chase? No, they're going to it looks like they're going to regroup now that they have Theta. They're regrouping their bigs. Ivor, it looks like he got a little aggressive. He's taking some laser fire from that Thunderbolt. It looks like him and Saiso are regrouping with their team too. Yeah, they're expecting a push to happen. I'm pretty sure this push is about to happen. DPS is in a bad spot because their Stalker and Thani are both on the verge of death. At the same time,
Sisso just took a good hit from that strike.
Oh wow, yeah, he's down to 48%. This might be it. D1CC might have enough armor left to pull this off. Sidebot is going wide. Archer just laying into him.
All right, we're getting the brawl now. We're getting the brawl. Biscuit going right in the middle of everybody there. Imagine he's still get around. Hydro and Cybot.
Both Battle Masters are trying to finish each other off. Cybot goes down. Cisco-Matic goes down. Hydro Kyle goes down. Saiso and Ivor, there's a lot of mechs they can clean up, but I don't think they're going to be able to pull this off as a win. Yeah, Saiso just goes down. Now it's just Ivor.
And tag, they finished off to Ivor. A little tag team there.
This won't be for D1CC. It is now 2-1. Once they take Kappa back. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's all I needed, FC.
GG's D1CC.
Yeah, once the entire other team is dead, you can take any cap to flip it over.
Yes.
All right. All right, so let's see damage output for this match. Fork 237, Salty Biscuit 213, Orphanator 573, Schwarzwolf 514, Psychomatic 458, Invictus 55, Cybot 382, Good Pants 403, Hydro 245, Juice 250, Ivor 147, and Sisso 84.
GG's both teams. Looking at the damage numbers, D1CC just did the most damage, killed the most mechs.
Did.
Simple story. Invictus, he really only did 55 damage. With all those missiles he fired, I thought for sure he did a lot more than that.
I'm wondering if they've just hit what he was hitting. Just they managed to get under cover in time.
Yeah, that was a good match. All right, next is mining.
Yep, match number 4.
420 ton limit, 360 to 420 tons. So expect a lot of big mechs.
We're being requested to, instead of calling him D1CC, just go with Dix.
I'm trying to be as family friendly as possible. All right, let's swap the map here.
I mean, it'd be like trying to say, okay, and dips. Yeah.
Now, DPS holding that holding Epsilon. I'm not sure. That was the smartest move from the direction the enemy came. They, I mean, at first they were getting good trades, but as the other team got aggressive, as we saw, like what happened to Juice. Even though they were in the low ground and not in a good position, the DPS guys seem to be poking at him one at a time. Because first we looked and we see Juice get hammered by 4 mechs at once, and then we saw which mech was that? That was the second one. Was it the Grasshopper or the Stalker that eats a strike and then he pokes and fires and gets hit pretty hard too?
Yeah.
And then the push happens.
Oh, get a timer going.
Yeah, T1 is on their 5 minute, and then
Right.
Once this match is over, we swap for the last drop.
We saw some interesting strats in the earlier cast with people getting some really good high positions, but out of the way. But the problem is that they didn't cap Theta, and the other team had 2 caps and actually forced the one that was strategically placed for kill shots. It forced them to push out, and they ended up losing the match. But we'll see what happens.
Team 1 is locked, 2 in each lance. Timer is now active on Team 2. DPS using all 420 tons. So they must be going pretty heavy, one way or another. Bit being mining, I expect a lot of jump jet max. There's a decent amount of verticality on this map.
Yes. Although that makes me curious. Obviously not this week. But later rounds, I saw that they actually have some pretty interesting maps. Round 6, round 4, 5, and 6, we're going to see Hellbore.
Yeah, the new Hellbore.
And so seeing the elevation, all the elevation changes on there, that's going to make for some interesting strategies.
I hear a lot of complaining about Hellbore. I hear a lot of comp complaining about Hellbore because it's a weird map, it's brand new, and I think what's good about it is everyone's on equal footing.
That is true.
It's only been out for a short time, and so it's a team can't practice the map for years and just know it inside and out.
Well, it's like the changes with Polar. I mean, we knew Polar, we knew the map, but then the changes happened, and we while we know it, we still had to completely think of different ways to do things with all of the new structures and the hills.
Exactly, because everything you learned up until that went out the window because all the new stuff they added. I am interested. I've only heard rumors of what the next new map is, but if they do, I think someone said they're going to do another faction play map and turn it in to a quick play map.
Well, it's not that they're doing it. It's not like Hellbore. They didn't take the faction play map and alter it. They created a new map with the assets from that faction map. So yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they'll be doing again with the next one. Derek says close range laser vomit brawl in Div B, and then Lady says and Lerms. Invictus trolling with Sky Cancer.
Yeah, I will say I did not expect the Lerms in Div B. Now Invictus, he's been on I think his 3rd team in his 3rd season. I think he was on KDC and Blood Leagues. Then I think it was GNX and Worlds, and then D1CC now. But yeah, leave it to a Lerm troll to join a troll team.
Hey, but you know what? Lerms are a very viable weapon.
Yeah,
and they work, and they're annoying. And Sky Cancer is a pain in the ass to deal with. So if it works, it works.
If you don't expect it, like if you could pull a fast one over a team, you gotta remember this is comp, right? You cannot trust your opponents to play honorably. You gotta believe they're gonna play dirty, and you gotta play dirty with them. So if you could pull a fastball Lerm mech on them and mess up whatever they had planned, and yet you do that, right? You go for those wins. You owe it to your team to get as many as possible.
Well, like I said, we had the one match last season that we brought out Lerms, and the other team was not expecting it, and we there was a point where we could have gotten hurt pretty bad, but I think it was just so much of a shock that there was the way to defend it was like crap. What do we do? Well,
Yeah.
juice is down. Who's next? Okay. Well, I mean, it can mess up your game. It can mess up your whole strategy with just a couple little strategic mech placements, and there it goes.
Yeah. You can't prepare for every possible scenario. That's too many variables. But you can prepare for the most likely scenarios. And I'm telling you now, getting learned on Grim Plexus in that little pass was not one of the scenarios I saw coming.
right, exactly. But and we were talking in the last cast, even seeing missiles and stuff in here on mining. While there is some good spots to duck and cover, there's plenty of areas that are like kill zones, and you can get wrecked. And it looks like Team 2 is green. Wait for the lock call.
Yep. Once they say locked, I'm punching it.
There we go. All right. Here we go. First match in mining.
Alright, well, this was up. The next game after this I have to cast, and you can cast it with me if you want, sorry. The next one up right after DPS versus D1CC is 2D20 versus Bears Brawlers, which is either a Div D or a Div E match. Either way, it should be an interesting matchup.
Sounds like
Bears
it.
Bears Brawlers, super infamous for really funny, what we would call in higher divs meme strats, but like he does it in a shock and awe way, and it always disrupts his opponent. Well, not always, but most of the time it does.
I remember going up against him last year. All right,
both teams have dropped. I'm looking over here at D1CC. Marauder 4A, Phoenix Hawk 2, 2 Grasshopper 5Ps, Catapult J, and a Grasshopper 5P. They went all extreme range except for that Phoenix Hawk. I have to double check it. Maybe they went all 6 mechs with range. They doubled down on that range, it looks like.
Yeah, there you go. You're large. Oh.
All right, Phoenix Hawk is MPLs. All right, so they do have one non-range mech. So it's then over here DPS, Marauder 4L, so the 4A, Thanatos 5S, 3 Warhammer 9Ds, and a Firestarter 8. Let's do some of those Warhammers.
Now, real quick, we do have Ivor moving in to take care of Theta.
Warhammers are all ERPs.
Yeah.
They're ERPs with small lasers. That's interesting.
Yeah, Ivor having no issue whatsoever sliver capping Theta. Orc just moving up in the Phoenix Hawk. Strike just happened up on the platform that several Dick members are currently positioned.
Ooh. Ivor just ate a burn from one of the ER mechs, down to 93%. Did take some damage in that. Oh, what just blew up?
Psycho just lost an arm. Let's see if I can, come on. There we go. All right. Lost an arm, so that's a little bit of shielding that has gone away since, of course, the lasers are not there.
The worst thing about losing your arms when you're long range trading is the smoke trail.
Yep.
Someone could see that smoke trail moving and know you're about to poke, and they can get the quick draw on you every time. So it can become dangerous when you're smoking and giving away your position over cover.
Now, interestingly, quick hold on. Cybot holding back. Well, everyone else on DPS is moving forward. Oh, there he goes.
He's trying to get back up. Is he missing this jump?
No, he made it. He made it.
Okay.
Dyer moving up a little bit, but taking some hits down to 80.
Orphanator almost cored CT. He's crossing this open ground, and if he tries to poke that Marauder again, that Marauder can nail him in the CT for 50 damage, and that could be enough to cripple him and basically peel him off the fight. Still a lot of just trading going on. I'm looking at the numbers. Direwolf is 68%, Orphanator 68%. Other than that, all the other mechs are about the same in HP.
Yeah, they just took another strike up here. Not taking a lot of damage. Well, right now, looks like the collective is still up as far as overall health between the entire team. DPS is down a little bit, Cybot down at 84, Good Pants is 78.
Right now, so far, it seems like most of these teams are just it's like 5-1v1s.
Oh, we got Ivor up against Fork.
Oh, Orphanator's about to go down. His side torso is cherry red.
Yep.
He just got an XL check, but he's still alive. His CT is cored. He's down half his weapons. Can Ivor finish him off? The Phoenix Hawk out here in the open, getting real hurt real fast.
Ivor in the tunnel.
No, they got Ivor cornered.
Yeah, Fork and Orphan just took out Ivor. He got trapped in the tunnel.
Fork is cored CT. If they play this right, they can still take out Fork and the Grasshopper.
Cybot just took out Invictus.
Hydrokyle's dual heavy Gauss. He needs to get in there and be more aggressive.
Hydra's about to get tag teamed by Schwartz and Psycho.
Yeah, he can do 50 damage at 220 meters, so he needs to make sure he's unloading all that.
Oh, Hydra just took a hit.
Yeah, he lost his arm, his CT, or his torsos are...
One torso's yellow.
Cybot's stuck down here in the low ground. He's not cored out or anything, but all his armor is pretty messed up. He's been... but it's everywhere, so he's been rocking his shots pretty well. Direwolf jumping across center, taking Theta.
Fork just took a hit. Fork's down to 59%. Schwartz is trading. Soldier's down to 73. Just took another hit, down to 70 from Juice.
Yeah, Juice is now the healthiest mech on his team. He's going to want to try to eat some of those shots before his team start falling apart. Because Dyer is about to go down. It looks like he's running for cover, but that Phoenix Hawk has his number. Hydrokyle just no one sees this Phoenix Hawk coming.
Yep, he's just sitting back here. Oh. Hydro taking out Orphan.
Finished off Orphanator. Schwartzwolf in the catapult is looking real injured. He's cored CT. If Hydrokyle can dump that 50 damage into his CT, they'll take him off the field. Direwolf does go down, but we saw that coming a minute ago. Hydrokyle, he's going after the Phoenix Hawk, but he can't whiff. He whiffed on the Phoenix Hawk. He cannot miss his shots. If he misses his shots, he is going to die. Salty Biscuit is about to dunk on Hydro. Him and Fork are just taking turns trading this corner, but they're doing it one at a time instead of both together. Psychomatic, well, he can fire one of his large lasers across the field. Cybot is now coming into the fight.
Hydro just took a chunk out of Salty, though.
Yeah, D1CC has to start dropping these DPS mechs before this Marauder gets into the fight, because then once it does, they're going to have... Hydrocrowd takes out Salty Biscuit. Juice takes out Schwartz. Psychomatic, yeah, DPS has them cornered.
Yeah.
Fork is going to try to maybe take one down, but I don't think it's going to work. DPS is now pushing him, and this will be GG's.
Fork came around the corner, ran into Cybot, running past him. Oh! Fork just getting blasted by everybody, running into Good Pants.
Yeah, he lost all his weapons. I think that Phoenix Hawk is all arm mounted. That was a good fight. I thought D1CC there, up until the very end, was going to pull that off and win. DPS secured 2 kills within just a couple seconds apart, and that momentum, as you guys know, the term the snowball effect, turned from a near loss into a victory.
Yeah,
both teams fought very well.
I always refer to it as a domino effect every time we're in Soup Cube. All right, here we go. Damage output: Juice is loose, 502. Good Pants 243. Cybot 668. Direwolf Sang 79. Hydrokyle 83. Ivor. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I read the ping. Hydrokyle 356. Ivor 106. Schwartzwolf 569. Orphanator 420. Psychomatic 274. Invictus 302. Fork a Spoonwrecker 251. And Salty Biscuit 195.
Fork, do me a favor, rename yourself to just Fork.
Fork.
It'd be so much easier for us. You're my hero this match.
To quote somebody that I respect well, words are hard.
That was a sweaty fight from both teams. They're playing very well today. Now, I believe when the initial seeding happened, hold on, I got to swap teams. I got to let them know that first. Back to what I was saying. Going into this with DPS having the highest seed in Div B because they were at the very top, you know, D1CC is definitely the underdog in this match. Them fighting DPS tooth and nails is proof that Div B is going to be super competitive this season. I'm expecting a lot of good games.
I look forward to seeing some of the Div A, Div B matches. And apparently, let's see, Daidashi says, let's be fair here, level finds only one thing harder than achieving a missile lock, and that's not team damaging Lady Wolf. Apparently, there's a story behind this one.
Oh, God, yes. It's not just Lady Wolf. I ended up doing it to Soma, Mr. Samara, the streamer. I did it to him last night.
Oh, no.
I blew his entire side torso off, trying to shoot a mech around him. I keep backshotting people, and I don't know why.
I remember a match when Lady Wolf came around a corner, scared the crap out of me. I think it was on River. And yeah, I just totally unexpected, and I dual gossed, and her mech just disintegrated. So yeah, we've all been there. It happens, folks. Yeah. It's where you say, my bad, and then all's good after that. So yes, Kong. And last year was just Kong ran our team last year. For Den of Wolves. Yeah, we get done, and then he would all of a sudden, wait, why did I just lose? Kong, damn it! After the entire
Kong's
team's dead.
Weird dude. He seems a genuinely nice guy, but he is super weird. You hear that? You hear me, Kong? You are a very weird guy, but I like you. You're fun.
Again, this is where that whole thing comes in. If having a team where y'all get along, you have fun together, it makes working together when the time comes so much easier.
Yeah.
All right, looks like team one is. Oh, nope, never mind. Fork said, "No, I'm not ready."
Oh man, I didn't tell you. So, in our match earlier today, the DPS Lady of the Tramps team that I'm on.
Yes.
We almost typed lock while I was in a clan blood asp.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, because I was like, all right, is everyone in their correct mechs? And everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, someone type lock for me. And then someone's like, no, you're in the blood asp. And the person who was typing lock was like, dude, I literally had my finger over enter when you said no.
Oh, well. And Minnie, thank you for the raid, by the way. I know there's a 5-minute delay, but of course I had to delay me seeing everything too. And Pickle Place as well, thank you for the raids. I do not have alerts or anything on. Of course, this is a comp match, so I do have all that off, except for the other alerts, but please don't type any of those commands in chat for some reason. It still happens, and I don't understand why I've turned them all off. But, all right. Both teams are locked and ready to go.
Yep. All right, I'm going to launch it. This is the last match of the night. DPS, it's what, 3-1, correct?
3-1 currently, yes.
Yeah, so D1CC, they can still pull off this last win here. With as close as these matches have been, and it'll end at a 3-2 in DPS's favor.
Well, we saw that last cast, too.
Yeah. The way this tournament works, if I'm correct, is it's not the matches won, it's the drops won. What matters in the end. So every drop matters. So D1CC, they're even though they're not going to win the match per se, they can still use that extra drop because I believe every drop one is a so.
Well, it helps. It goes towards the rewards at the end too.
Yeah.
So. All right, dropships coming in. Let's get all my stuff up here. Yay! It all worked.
All right, I'm going to look in here at Comrade Collective. We got 2 Blackjack 3s, a Phoenix Hawk, and 3 Night Star 9S's. Holy crap, it's a bunch of Night Stars. I got to see what's on this.
Wow.
What do we have over at DPS? While I figure out what
so DPS, we've got 3 Victors and 3 Quick Draws. Ivor, Hydro, and Dire all in Victors.
All Ultra AC-20s. D1CC is going for the epic push. It's all Ultra AC-20s, and these Night Stars, if you don't know, have Ultra AC-20 HSL quirks. They can double tap them, no ghost teeth. If you look at these Night Stars, you are looking at what 80 160, 240 damage if they all three can shoot the same target at once.
It's all about communication.
Yep, yeah. It's how they play this. If they play it well, they're going to just run over DPS this round. If DPS does not catch this push in time, they get in range, it'll be game over. They're just going to get swept over. So the question is, can DPS see this before it's too late? Schwarzlift with the Blackjacks on the offside of the map, these guys can get back shots as the Night Stars push. This is a